Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. My name is Dallin Anderson and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to trade Ethereum today, or at least what my strategy is. And so I'll just get right into it. Let me switch over to my computer screen here. Alright, cool, that's working. So first, let's take a look at this chart and I'll give you just what I'm thinking right now with this coin and what you might do in the future to trade it too. Because I've traded this coin for a while. It's one of my most profitable coins and I know a lot of its signals that it makes. They're pretty obvious and pretty like just blatantly there. Like this one right here, this is a really good 1 2 3 bottom formation, and I really don't think Ethereum is going to go down much more than this. So when I started trading ETH, I bought my ETH, like my very first ETH, at somewhere around 50 cents around here. So I bought in like at a really good time in Ethereum, and you know, that was one of the first coins that I really started to make money on. So it was kind of fun. It was cool. When this started to happen, I was like, wow, like this is really taking off right now. I wonder what's going to happen. You know, little did I know that it was going to go as high as it did. I mean, I kind of had an idea, and I knew how to trade a little bit, so I knew what to expect, but I didn't, you know, expect it to do what it did. It's definitely a story that I wasn't planning on it telling, but I like the way it looks. So first it came up and it hit this first high, and I remember that I was saying, you know, this would be a good time to look for it to retest its 38%. You can go look at the video on my channel, and sure enough, it retested that 38% level right there, and that's really important on an uptrend. So I seen that and I was like, oh, okay, this is going to go way high now. So I bought in more, you know, went long, and made quite a bit of money when it came up and started to make this head and shoulder formation. So when it made this head and shoulder formation, I knew it was probably going to go down for a little while, maybe do some testing, and it came and tested that 38 and ran up after that, and then dumped off over here, and kind of just did this slow oscillation pattern up to this resistance level at 61% and dropped off after that. And that's when I was telling people to short. So now I'm telling people to go long on Ethereum, especially if you're thinking long term. Now I would mention that I still am holding 50% ETC versus Ethereum right now. I would rather have ETC personally for me, and that's definitely something to keep an eye on too when you're trading Ethereum, is because the value of Ethereum could drop off significantly if ETC starts to rise a ton, just because there's not that many coins in the ETH market, and so it can steal the value off of Ethereum. Now it is up 1.61%, so they kind of look to me like they've been healthily feeding each other more. So they're both increasing in value, which is why these look like good buy times for both of them right now. And specifically, this video is about Ethereum, but I still think ETC is a good buy. You know, now what's happening here is we are having this pretty intense bottom formation that it made. Let me get this chart to load here. Come on, Poloniex. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, man. Right when I pressed reload. Okay. So, this is the bottom formation that I'd like to point out, is this right here. It hit its low, and that was at 0.00728 Bitcoin, and it came up and it tested its resistance again at 23, kind of fell off, but bottomed out like really high right here, and that's a good sign. That means it had a lot of buy support, which pumped the price up clear up to where it's at right now. And now it's coming back to test its first real resistance level, but this is a pretty healthy move in the market, and I don't suspect it to go any lower than its 50% at its lowest if it does retesting right here. But I would rather actually expect this coin to pump up kind of hard in the next week or two, and when this coin pumps up pretty hard in the next week or two, I would be shooting to start selling around the 38 to 50% range. If you're thinking to day trade it, if you're thinking long term, I would hold, because I really think that it's gonna come up and test this level again at 0.02. We'll see, but it wouldn't surprise me if it came up and tested this range at least, somewhere around here. So that's what I'm looking for in Ethereum right now, is for it to pump up really hard, come up to this 38 and kind of play around in that range, and then maybe test resistance again down here. But it does look like it's doing really, really well right now, and it's basically caught a hard bottom. So it's gonna go up a little bit, and well, you know, there's always risk if something were to get released in the news about Ethereum that just destroys it, you know, for whatever reason. That's a possibility, but this is a hard bottom right here with a lot of volume, and it's gonna at least test some resistance levels. It's gonna go up and test resistance levels if everything's going well in the markets. If, you know, if there isn't some crazy news about it in Ethereum, it's gonna come test resistance levels. So that's what I'm thinking, and it does look like a good buy. It's up 1.77%. It has 3,725 Bitcoin in 24-hour volume, and I really see this being a good buy for probably about a month or so. Now, something to be aware of is, like I said, if ETC, which is significantly cheaper than it, doesn't have as much volume, so that kind of says what people are interested in right now. ETC is significantly cheaper though, and it has kind of been doing a nice little breakout of a low. So if this starts to insanely go up, like it's, you know, 50% or huge pumping, that's ridiculous, then I wouldn't be surprised if we saw ETH dump off a little bit, just purely because you can go to the ETH market and trade them against each other. So, and it is down a little bit against ETC right now, so that is something to pay attention to. This chart right here is really important to be looking at when you're trading this coin. And this is the ETC against ETH chart. So, but yeah, that's my current thoughts on Ethereum. And you know, it's number 2 in the market cap, so that's a good thing. I'll just do a quick market roundup of volume and what Bitcoin's at. Bitcoin's at $1,042, so that's a really good sign. We dropped off a little bit from yesterday in volume. We're at about 200 million. We were about 250 yesterday, but everything's looking pretty good. There's a couple shaves off value here. Monero's down a little, Litecoin's down a little, Ripple's down a little, but most of them are doing good right now. So market cap is still clear up below, just below 20 bill. So we'll see what happens, but these are looking great. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I hope you like this video. I'm going to be making more videos on how to trade specific coins. I got a lot of good feedback from my last one, so I wanted to make more for you guys. You seem to really like them. And also I wanted to mention that you can email me at highaltitudeinvesting@gmail.com. You can go to my website at highaltitudeinvesting.com or Google that. You can hit me up on Twitter if you like, or follow me. Twitter at highaltitudeinv for updates and stuff like that. You know, if you want to get some charts, sometimes I post chart patterns that I'm looking at. So that's something to be following me. Here's the link, and here's my Twitter handle there. I do accept donations. This is actually a valid QR code right here on my Twitter, but also in the description I have the donation addresses there. And yeah, you guys have a nice day, and as always, stay profitable.